Hello, this is part 5, the last part on how to make this Bible. So in this video we're going to glue the Bible to the cover. But before we do that, I'd like to go over a couple tools that I used that I didn't include in the tools video that are handy and good to have. And also I wanted to show the result of the ink. So this is the ink. It turned out incredibly well. So the ink was a mixture of distress stain and a silver agent from EcoFlow water stain at Tandy, and this was from Michael's craft store. So I mixed them together and I applied them with a sponge from Tandy Leather. So Tandy Leather carries two sponges, a porous one and a fine one. This is the fine one with small, it's less porous. So it worked really well. I used a little mixture here. It soaked it up right away, so I had to apply it quickly and evenly. The paper soaked up the ink really quickly also, but so by moving fast along the edges, it had just the right amount, and I'm really happy with the result. So this is by far the best ink results I've had on a Bible. Now everything is still wet on this Bible, but that's fine. So that's the ink results. Some of the tools I didn't cover were a hammer to hammer the corners, a roller that I bought on Amazon, and this is just really useful on these edges. Other rollers could be used, but I found this, I depend on this roller here. And another thing is a wet towel to keep wiping the glue off your hands, and a garbage can to brush the leather in the garbage. And last, a fray check from a craft store to touch the ends of the ribbon. So now we're going to glue this block. So here's the Bible, the text block that we took out, that we used, the value, large print value Bible. So that's, I also took out that extra piece of paper on the spine, so it's flatter. So we're just going to glue this in here, and the way this is done, oh, before I glue it, there is another item that I didn't mention, is I use a leather balm with atom wax to remove glue and also add a little bit of a final polish to the leather. Now, it some leathers, they seem to bleed a little bit, so I like to finish the leather. Now, this leather, both pieces are from Goodwill Jackets, and this is a copper brown goat skin from a bomber's jacket. You can see the grain, and you can see the corners. So I had one corner that was too thick. The others, this one came out the best, and the way to do that is in the how to make corners video. So this edge here is nice and thin to prevent the Bible from catching on here. So when it opens and closes, we want the paper to slide over that. So basically the cover is completely done, and it just needs to be glued to the Bible, and then end paper can be added. So to glue this, all we do we'll place this, just verify this the front. All right. All right, so the bottom side is glued, and I actually want to let that dry a little and space it right. So everything is still wet, the cover's still wet. So I'm going to keep that flat. So that's about it. This is a nice even border on both top and bottom covers. So after this dries, we'll glue. We could actually, it's incredibly even, so we could just actually glue this. Just space that like that. Now, the last thing to mention is that when we glue this top part, we're going to pull these two corners in to keep the spine on the outside from moving out from the Bible. So we bring this up, and this dries really fast, but see, we pull this in and create and then we actually do want to get this straight also. But we just want to put a little bit more pull right there. So let's flip it over, check our spacing. I'm going to pull this one up a little. And that's it. So it needs to dry. Thanks for watching, and I'm really interested in other people's ideas on how they make their Bibles, and so feel free to ask me questions or share ideas. Thanks.